My name is Fernando Huerta. I was born Catholic in Mexico City, 1952. And as a Catholic, I think we were taught very much to have faith in God, to believe in God, but we really didn't know much about His teachings. And it took many years of discovering that God not only sends a messenger to one people, but to all people. He sends it to the people of Africa, to the people of America, to the people of Europe, the Middle East, Asia. Yet, we're taught that there's only one true religion, which was the Catholic Church at that time. And that was a little troublesome for me, because most of my friends weren't Catholic. And so that, I think, began my search to find some answer as to why I was going to heaven and everybody was going to hell. Because I didn't want to be in heaven without my friends. So as I began to investigate, I began to look into the teachings of different religions, and you find that their spiritual teachings are essentially the same. God's teaching all of us to love one another, to live in harmony, to respect one another, to devote our lives in service of humanity. Most of the religions teach this. All the religions teach this. Where they differed was in their social teachings. How you're supposed to bathe, how long your hair is supposed to be, what role you play in the family and things like that. Well, as we evolved and we've grown from tribes to city, state to nations, our role in society has changed. And this is where the change in religion comes in. But I think very importantly, where are we today? Today we're at the point where we need a world civilization. We can no longer live behind the boundaries of nations. Somehow these nations have to become states of one world government, one world civilization, one world culture. My culture is not the best. Your culture is not the best. All our cultures together is the only way we can move into this new millennium that we're moving towards. There has to be some way to connect us together where we can cross these barriers of race, religion, sex, language. There has to be some bridges to connect us together into this new world order inaugurated by Baha'u'llah, announced by Jesus, announced by Muhammad, by Buddha, by Krishna, by Zoroaster, by Moses. All the great religions have announced a promised day, a day of peace, a day when God will come and judge us. Now Baha'u'llah says that this is the day in which we will be judged by what our own hands have brought. So today we're faced in judgment of what we have sowed into the earth and the harvest that it's bringing. And the harvest is showing that we have today is racial animosity, animosity towards different religions, towards different nations, towards the extreme wealth and extreme poverty. And Baha'u'llah says that He is the divine physician with the remedies to cure all these illnesses. So my plea to all of you is to investigate truth with your own hearts. You can no longer live in a world where you accept truth based on what your parents or what your family has inherited. There has to be that point where you go deep inside of yourself and you look for an answer, for a truth that you yourself can hold on to and believe in, and a truth that you can test, that you can put to the proof. The truth that I found, the Baha'i faith, I challenge anyone to prove it wrong. I don't think it can be done. Baha'u'llah comes with the remedy for the illnesses that I have as an individual, for the illnesses that I have as a people, for the illnesses that the world has as collective people, collective cultures, collective religions. path that I understood, what affected me strongly was the Baha'u'llah said, "O son of spirit, my first counsel is this: possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart, that thine may be a sovereignty ancient, imperishable, and everlasting." So the beginning of this road, the beginning of this journey is the human heart. If it doesn't start there at the heart, it's not going to have any substance. And the next thing he says, that the most beloved of all things in my sight is justice. Turn not away therefrom. We need to be just in our search for truth. We cannot treat it haphazardly. We cannot go into the next world and tell God, well, I would have searched more fervently if I had known you really existed. I would have searched more fervently if my parents had given me a better understanding. We have to go there with the conscious that we did everything in our power to understand what our purpose was in this life, and we tried our best to fulfill it.